Welcome to the rider briefing to the AMB100 happening this weekend here, of course, at the wonderful trails of Cohen and Sparrow. All right, let's get right into it. How about I start with the tracks? So we have two loops for you, and depending on which category you chose, the single, the double, or the triple, you do 1 lap, 2 lap, or 3 laps on the entire course. The entire course being those two loops. One is in Cohen, one's in Sparrow. Each are roughly about 20 kilometers long. Yeah, really nice, cool sections. We had some rain here yesterday, but there's, apart from a few puddles, the tracks are really very dry, and I expect by the weekend to be completely dried out. You arrive roughly around the time slot when you have registered. So this is just generally to spread everybody out a little bit. This is not crazily critical. So if you want to come a little bit early or a little bit late, not a problem at all. We have the event center down at the Sparrow car park. The gate will be open. You can drive in there and then set up, put it back together and get ready to rock and roll. Here's how the timing works. You have your timing chip on your number plate. So this needs to be attached flat onto your handlebars. And every loop, the Cohen loop and the Sparrow loop, has a start and a finish. And the time between start and finish obviously is the one that counts. But when you have finished one loop, you can come back to the event center, come back to your car, refuel, and you have no time pressures there. So you can take as much time as you want. The only critical time, you need to start your last loop. So whichever side you want to go at, you have to start that by 3:30 in the afternoon. This is our cutoff. If you are later than this, then unfortunately you will not finish. And yeah, it's a tough course, so I don't expect everybody to finish, but it's a really good, fun, rewarding course as well. Here are the cool bits. You can start whenever you want. So as soon as you get to the start line, there's flags there and a start, and then yeah, as soon as you hit that, you can go. Here's the next cool bit. If you want to abandon that particular lap, you can. You can go and go, yep, I'm not quite happy with this. I'd rather restart, go back, start again. That is fine. That is no problem at all. Also, the order, if you are doing double or triple laps, you can choose the order that you do them in. So you can do, for example, Cohen, Sparrow, Sparrow, or you can do Cohen, Sparrow, and so forth. So whichever combination you want to do, as long as you have one loop, one time on each of the tracks, or 2 or 3. So yeah, this is how this works. Hopefully it's clear. But yeah, I think it's going to be good fun out there. So yeah, it is essentially a time trial, our Async racing. In order to get racing underway in the ACT, we had to get very creative with this format, but we've shown last weekend at the Fox Super 4 up in Strommel that this works really well, and everybody's nicely spread out. So this is probably the safest place to be in Australia right now, is going to be here. Let's talk a little bit about the trail marking. For this, I'll grab my camera and walk you through it. So we used a lot of those arrows. Very simple, you follow those arrows. So you come here to this intersection, an arrow right there. Okay, there's another arrow right there pointing you upwards. And then another thing that we've done, we hung up a lot of small pieces of Shimano tape. So this is the one you follow. If it's on the ground, you obviously don't want to cross the tape, ever. It goes for any races. If you see tape, that is essentially a wall that must not be crossed. But yeah, the majority of tape we hung up onto trees. And so you just follow that. If you see it, you know, yep, you're on the way. On the intersections, also, gonna run a little bit forward a few meters. We used X's, like the one you can see here. So I'm a bit wobbly in the wind. And that obviously means this is the wrong track. You need to turn back. And yeah, if you are on a track and you haven't seen any signs or any bunting for a long time, it's best to come back and find where you took a wrong turn. But yeah, hopefully this is not going to be the case, as we're trying really hard to put a lot of signs and arrows out there so that nobody gets lost. Having said that, you need to ride with your eyes very open. It is easy to get lost when you're tired, when you have your head down. If you look at the ground just a meter in front of you, you can get lost. So it's impossible to double punt 40 kilometers of track. So yeah, look where the signs are, look where the arrows are, and you will be fine. If there's any dramas out there, we really recommend that you put your phone in your pocket. Give me a call. All the trails are very accessible by car, so we can go get you, find you, get you back if there's any dramas with you. So please, if you can, just put your phone in your pocket. My number is on your race plate, so very easy to find. And yeah, if there's any dramas out there, we can give me a call and we can take care of them for you. Please stay on the tracks. As I said, we're not going to double punt everything. The tracks are very, very clear where we want you to go. Don't go freestyling here. You're only cheating yourself. Stay on the tracks. And please, when you eat and drink out on the track, as no doubt will be the case, put your gel wrappers back in your pocket. It is very windy, so those gel wrappers, they might fly away. Some animals might eat them and suffer the consequences. So please, 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 make sure put your wrappers back into your pocket and then take them back with you. It is Async Racing, so our event hub has been stripped down pretty much. So other than the toilet and our tent and a bit of music, there's not going to be all that much there in terms of infrastructure. So please bring everything that you need for this race with you. And yeah, with that, I look really much forward to welcoming the cross-country racers of Canberra this weekend at the AMB100. It's going to be an awesome amount of fun. Whoop!